Hit the bell notification if you want to be notified. Follow me on Instagram at P for P Boxing Real News. What is going on? So it's being reported that Terence Bud Crawford is signed to fight David Avanesyan in December. Um, Obviously, negotiations with the Earl Spence fight are kind of falling through, you could say, or just held off, right? Uh, Terence Bud Crawford obviously had a problem with not having transparency, and he basically wants a tune-up fight, especially if PBC is looking to make the fight in 2023. So Terence Crawford, how it's being reported is that Terence Crawford wants a tune-up fight before he fights in. They're looking at February of 2023, and he'll probably be fighting David Avanesyan as a tune-up fight in December. So I mean, can you blame a fighter, or can you blame the guy? You know what I'm saying? If the network is saying we can't give you no guarantees, and they're not trying to give you transparency at least, right? Can you really blame Terence Crawford? You really can't, right? But the problem is the business. They don't know where that money's gonna is coming from. You know what I'm saying? So he just wants full transparency of what's going on with anything that they're doing, because he has no guarantee in that fight that he will even get paid, to be honest. Right? So that is a huge problem. That is a huge problem. Now, you could blame it on the fighter, or you could blame it on the business, right? But to me, it sounds like this fight really doesn't generate any type of money, and nobody's really looking forward to Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight. Nobody really cares for it, right? Outside of the boxing world, people aren't really raving about this fight. So for Terence Crawford to say, well, if you guys are eyeing a fight with Earl Spence in February of 2023, then I want to have a tune up or something now. You know what I'm saying? To prepare me for whatever fight. This dude is probably he's been out the ring for a while now. You know what I'm saying? Earl Spence obviously went on and he said, "Nigga been stalling for months. I could have fought in November. And been fighting at this weight for over a decade. This shit ain't easy or fun." So it sounds like Earl Spence is really trying to get up to 154. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? It's not. Can you blame Earl Spence if he does go to 154? I mean, if the shit is not getting done now, and you probably want to get this fight out the way so that you could go to another weight class, can't really blame him on that. I just think that is bad timing for both fighters, to be honest. And the fight is just not generating enough money, or they don't see how they're gonna come up with the money for this fight to happen. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. You're not gonna make a stupid investment and just invest in two fighters, and you're not gonna get any profitable gains out of it. Let's be honest, and let's be very clear about that. So I think that the network is really like, man, there's really no money for this fight. You know what I'm saying? Both of these fighters, nobody's really checking for these fighters outside of the boxing world, right? Like the boxing world, of course, we want to see this fight. This is the fight that everybody wants to see. You know what I'm saying? Inside of the boxing world, but the money doesn't generate from whoever is in the boxing world, right? It's not enough fans, okay? And then you have people that stream fights instead of buy fights, right? The money needs to be generated by the casual fans. And I've been saying this, and I've been saying this, and I've been saying this. Okay. The reason they can't offer no guarantee, the reason why they can't offer you transparency is because there is no money in this shit. You know what I'm saying? There is no money in that type of fight with you guys, with Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. There's just no money there. you know, and both fighters are anxious, and both fighters are, saying, obviously doesn't want to fight as much as I want to fight, what I'm saying. But it's not gonna happen, because I don't think that there's gonna be somewhere where they're gonna be able to negotiate and be like, yeah, I'm confirmed with that. Somebody's gonna be bitter about something, and something's always gonna be a problem. So, how confident am I that this fight will happen? Look, man, it's getting thinner and thinner. You know what I'm saying? I was confident when they started negotiating, you know what I'm saying? I was confident in the fight happening. But to be honest, the way that the that both fighters are conducting business, and the network, how they're conducting the business, to be honest, this fight might not happen at all. And don't be surprised. Like, why be surprised at it? You know what I'm saying? This happens usually in all. uh there's a reason this the welterweight division is really called the welterweight division, because you have to wait for everything in the welterweight division. um you know Stop investing so much stock into the welterweight division. It is the fighters there, they're prima donnas. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest about it. They're prima donnas in that welterweight division. They want all the money in the world, but they don't, you know what I'm saying? But they don't fight, you know? So I'm not investing too much stock into that division. But if it happens, it happens. I would love to see the fight, but it's just not looking like it's gonna happen. I don't think that there's enough money. The network is not seeing where they're gonna be able to make money from this event. And they're just not. A lot of fans are like, "Oh, well, you could do this, you could do that." They're giving suggestions out, but motherfucker, it's not about. It's just not about the boxing fan already. They're trying to capture the casual fan. How they're gonna capture the casual fan is gonna be very tough, because they're not marketable guys. They just don't market themselves well. They're not people that people check for. People you don't really know these guys. You know what I'm saying? And it's simple as that. And you could blame a network, you could blame a promotion company, you could blame whoever you want to blame, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if I'm not investing into shit that I ain't gonna make no money off of, right? It just doesn't make sense. If it doesn't make sense, I'm not moving a fucking finger. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna bend for shit. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Terence Crawford wants transparency, because there's no guarantee in this fight. So there's no guarantee this motherfucker even gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying? So where's the money coming from? That's what Terence Crawford wants to know. We get it, but honestly, for the network, it's like, dog, like, we really don't even want to make this fucking fight. First of all, what you need to do? We're not even trying to move a finger, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's simple as that. It's simple as that. They're just not trying to. There's no money. I'm not surprised that Terence Crawford um will be fighting someone else, right? Obviously, it's being reported as it's just a tune-up fight to stay busy, and then be able to uh pursue the fight with Earl Spence. But what Earl Spence is saying, been fighting at this weight for over a decade. This shit ain't easy or fun. Do you really think that Earl Spence is trying to wait till next year to make a fight with Terence Crawford? Obviously not. You know what I'm saying? I think that obviously the I think that honestly, Earl Spence is trying to get up to 154. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he's been fighting at the weight for a long ass time. There's no, like, yo, like, let's make this fight or let's not. But don't have me sitting around waiting and shit, and nothing gonna get done. Obviously he's stressed out too, because this fight is stalling. You know what I'm saying? This fight is being stalled, and they're putting blame on each other, um, and I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's the business side, and I don't think it's the fighters, to be honest. I really think that it's just that business is saying that this shit is not adding up. You know what I'm saying? And I think that the fighters are just aggravated because they're used to something. But I think, they're used to something. They're used to getting money, but there's no money in it. You know what I'm saying? There's no money in it. Where can I come up with money? You know what I'm saying? And we're not gonna gain anything out of it. How you gonna get investors when they're not gonna gain anything out of it? What? So that fans can watch a fucking fight and be happy about the Earl Spence and Terence Crawford fought? Come on, bruh. That shit don't move nothing. That don't move a sport. It doesn't move a sport. We get it. You know what I'm saying? They understand that the boxing fan, the fans that are already boxing fans are gonna be boxing fans. You're not going nowhere. You're not leaving the sport. You're just not. You know what I'm saying? It's not you that they trying to captivate. They already got you. They already have you. You know what I'm saying? They're not worried about that. They can manipulate and do whatever the fuck they want to you. You know what I'm saying? But the casual fan is the real fan that they're trying to captivate, and that's what they're not captivating. They're just not captivating those people. Those people don't want to see this fight. Nobody knows these guys. They don't market themselves well. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think ESPN actually markets this fight more than the PBC or anybody else, to be honest. Right? ESPN, right? You would think ESPN would have been done with Terence Crawford after Terence Crawford is suing Bob Arum and everything, but you would think that, but no, they're 100% on board. The network that's trying to make this fight happen, they're barely even talking about this shit. You know what I'm saying? When you see reports about this fight, you see them on ESPN. You know, so it's very tricky. It's very tricky, but and Top Rank probably sitting back right now just laughing at this shit. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? They probably laughing at this shit because that that the dude went and became a free agent, but this fight still can't happen. And the reason why this fight can't still can't happen is why there's no money in this shit. Ain't no money in that fight, man. Hey, don't even invest yourself. Don't put all your stock into it, and don't get your hopes up. You know what I'm saying? Because you gonna get your hopes up and get brought down real quick because this fight is walking on eggshells. You know what I'm saying? It's like walking on eggshells, bro. This is not a fight that's probably gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But the way that they're reporting it, like I've said, is that Terence Crawford is uh gonna be fighting David Avanesyan December as a stay busy fight as a tune-up until I guess he's probably holding out. He's probably gonna fight David Avanesyan. Maybe he's pulling out cards. You know what I'm saying? You never know, right? Because at the end of the day, um, if you want something to happen, you gotta play your hand right, right? So it's like a game of poker. This shit is strategy. It might be strategic. You know what I'm saying? It could be, but all we have is the report that Terence Crawford will be fighting David Avanesyan in December as a tune-up fight, as a stay busy fight, because the PBC is eyeing a fight in 2023. I guess he just wants to stay busy and you know, get back in the ring and practice, you know what I'm saying? Before the big fight. You know what I mean? So David Avanesyan, not a bad fighter at all. You know what I'm saying? He's had his best fight, his best win was against Josh Kelly. Um, he's lost to he just Kavalaskis. So he's been around, man. He's fought different fighters. You know what I'm saying? He's on a win streak right now. So I mean, it's a tuna fight. It's a tuna fight to stay busy for 2023 when they're eyeing the fight, whatever. I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? But if this fight with Earl Spence does not happen, I'm not surprised and I'm not mad at it. Like, you know, you can't allow these people to manipulate you. You know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. Um, at first I was hopeful, like I've said, but to be honest, it's very hard because when the business is saying that there's no money in it, then the network is not gonna try to please the fans just because they want to see a fight. I'm sorry to tell you, but we aren't top priority. You know what I'm saying? We aren't top priority. The top priority is actually getting other eyeballs onto this fight and actually watching this fight and paying for this fight. Not these guys, man, that you know what I'm saying. It's just not it. We not it. But it is what it is, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at P for P Boxing Real News, and we out. Peace.